welcome to Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. Sean, I'm recording, test this out. Just gonna show you guys a foreign deck that I used to Yubel. And then, so basically we're using a Paleozoic farm. The Paleozoic farm is, I think, very effective. So basically I'm using Hypercorp Bling. And the reason why we're using Hypercorp Bling is because I feel that Hypercorp Bling is probably the best skill to use. And the reason I feel this way is because we need to draw the wetlands. If you don't draw wetlands, you are going to be in trouble, I feel, because you won't be able to have out to a Mr. Tomato, and whatever else you're trying to get into. So, we're gonna do one farm here. Just gonna run up a farm.
Team 5Ds
what did I see 5Ds roll?
Here I go.
That's potato fly. That's what that is. That's potato move switching to 5Ds roll. Alright, so without further ado, we're gonna do a level 40 farm. I'm gonna show you how this deck works. I know a lot of you are gonna watch this already know how this deck works, but for people who don't, you'll get to see firsthand how this deck's gonna work out for you.
There's no way. My turn.
I'm inclined to just set Vikia and Canadia, because if I draw another Vikia, we can just end on this. So Vikia is gonna help us. No! That's the only problem you have to look out for is Ultimate Providence. It's not really that big of a deal, because it's not that big of a deal. Toggle doesn't matter in this matchup because it is what it is. You don't have to toggle, we don't have to consistently toggle between our hands. Stargreed. We don't need to summon anything here. The only time you need toggle on, or to auto, is when you want to turn your Paleozoic. Stargreed's there to dex in. You're running Galaxy Cyclone because you need to, against Ultimate Providence, you're going to need to be able to return all spells and traps to your hand. That's what it's there for, to get rid of their Ultimate Providences. We could just set the Vikia and end our turn. You don't want to ever summon 2 or more monsters because of Lava Golem. If you can avoid her from using Grace Cormor, that's great, because if she takes damage, you're going to reduce the score on the farm. Yeah. Yeah, we can use it. We have another trap. I think we're okay. We have Canadia. Dude, where is my wetland? Come on, dude, really? Okay, so there's Mystic. That's fine. Seriously. Puts it at the freaking bottom of the deck. That's fine. Okay, so we're gonna let her swing. You want to have lower life points when you go in for the kill. And the reason I say this is because if you have lower life points, you're gonna get the comeback victory score. So Pikia the draw. It doesn't matter what Paleozoic you chain in the grave. Whatever one you chain, it doesn't matter. You can also make edits to the deck as well. You don't necessarily have to run this card for card. If you don't have Canadia, it's not that big of a deal. I mean, Canadia is good for protection, and it comes up from time to time. Hallucinogenia is not that important. Morel is good. Morel isn't pretty important, but the most important is Pikia, because Pikia is going to allow you to basically draw a ton of cards, helping you consistently deck out before she does. One of the cards she does run is Tribute to the Doom, so you want to be careful of that. Okay. No. We're going to use Canadia. Chain a Morella from the graveyard. Okay, I think we can just end. We have 2 cards. She does also run Dark Hole, so definitely be careful of that. That could be annoying. Again, when she summons Terror Incarnate, not a big deal, because Terror Incarnate cannot destroy the Paleozoic. They're unaffected by monster effects. Not a big deal at all. Alright. All we need is the final card, then we can go into the farm. Fine. Okay. So to start off with this farm, you're gonna chain one of your Paleozoics. Doesn't matter. Chain one of the traps in the grave. Boom, boom, boom. Hey, crew, man! Secret Passage. Union Attack. If you do not have the Paleozoic, you can farm her out with Ra. Ra is a very good farm deck. And Ra will get you a higher score than this, because you get the Divine Boost, and you get the boost for having 100 life points. And that's 10,000 damage. Woo! Easy. Easy peasy. Please give me my... Well, you don't have to give me my third dog trade, because I already have 2, and I'm going to get 1. We're just continuing in the event. So just a quick video on showing you how to farm. She's been dropping me pretty good. So I already got 2 Darkshin, like 100 copies of Yubel. Not a 100% 8,000 farm. Okay. Okay. This is just the basic farm video. The deck list is already in the upper corner. But I will show it to you here so that way we can discuss. You can see how lazy I am, not even picking up my rewards. Not even picking up my rewards, I'm so lazy. Come on, computer, load the deck list. Okay. So, 1 Vassal. Vassal is needed, okay, with this deck. Obviously, Union Attack. Union Attack and Secret Passage. That's how you're going to amp up the damage. You also have Hasten Aid. Hasten Aid, you turn all set spells and traps in your hand. This is the deal. These 2 cards are to deal with her ultimate Robin. You can also run Mind Scan if you're worried about when she's going to have it versus when she's not. But I prefer Hypercore Fling because I found myself not drawing Wetlands consistently enough. And you need this in your hand for the farm, because if she summons a tomato, she'll be able to kill everything in your deck, and that's not good. The traps are Paleozoic, Street Fikia. Fikia is your draw engine that draws you multiple cards from the deck and deck things you out faster than Yubel. 2 Jar Greaves. You can put a third one in here over a third Morella, but again, I like it to be more consistent and I like to have the extra Paleo traps in the graveyard, so that's why I'm playing 3 Morella. 2 Canadia. Canadia, again, can be altered out with other Paleozoic cards. If you have more Hallucigenia than you do Canadia, you can use that. The other Paleozoic cards, you can use Eldonia. I don't highly recommend it, but if you wanted to boost one of your Paleozoics over Mystic Tornado, but you gotta be careful because she'll summon out another one, so you gotta have an answer on your next turn. But if in any case you don't have Canadia or Hallucigenia, Eldonia can work. The rest are normals, so it's pretty easy to use. Leechadonia, I guess you can use this, but I'd rather use Eldonia if you don't have Hallucigenia or Canadia. I only have 2 Canadia. And the reason for that is because I've been playing around it all this time, because when Valiant Souls came out, I did not go into that box, but then realized that Canadia is a really good card. I know it's a good card in general, it's just that it would be better to invest in it than without it, so I decided to go after Canadia. This is not the live stream, obviously, this is just a farming video. Another way to farm Yubel is, come on, load, is Ra. Ra is a very good way to farm her, because you can use Ra, obviously, in combination with Cosmic Compass. There's also many other ways you could summon her. You can use a Chinky strategy. I forget what the card is, that quick play spell that allows you, Photon Lead, that's it. It allows you to summon, that way you can summon a light from the hand, and you can do crazy combos with that, with Wind Dragon and Raw. Raw you cannot summon from the hand, it is divine, it is not light, but you can use Cosmic Compass as a very easy way. With Creature Seizure, you summon your token in attack mode, give that to them, double summon Raw, and attack the game. If you have Golden Ladybug, Solemn Wishes is an alternate version. You can use Solemn Wishes if you do not have Golden Ladybug. I know it came out in an odd box set, so if you don't have Golden Ladybug, you can get away with Solemn Wishes, but you have to be careful with it because it does clog up your back row, so you want to be extremely careful about using Solemn Wishes. But I definitely feel that the best way to farm her is the Paleozoic. It's the most consistent way. If you do use the Solemn Wishes way, definitely play Soul March Ladybug. I'll just show it to you really quick in case you don't know what it is. It's a 1500 wall, so this cannot be swung over with Mystic Tornado. She can use Tribute to the Doom Dark Hole on it, but that's why you're also running Wonder Balloons too. Wonder Balloons, you discard cards, you reduce their monster's attack so that way they can't swing over it. Again, if you don't have Wonder Balloons, just play a ton of stall cards, play like Wall Disruption. You'll get a lesser farm score because she's going to take damage, but it will still accomplish the goal. The cards you mainly want to get for her, first of all, if you do not own Yubel as a character, definitely get her. You definitely want to get a form set for Yubel because Phoenix Yubel is very good. Blue Chicken Yubel is very good. And by Phoenix, I mean the habitual one. That Blue Phoenix is really good right now. So you definitely want to get that. Also, another card that you would like to get for Fun Deck is Dark Shade. Dark Shade is very good. I feel like with her second and third forms, you only need like one of them. I mean, I could see people playing a second Terror Incarnate just because there's a lot of banishing starting to happen and a lot of ways that people can banish your Yubel and get rid of it so that we can summon it back from the graveyard. Also, a lot of people are running Sealed Tombs. Sealed Tombs, if you do not know what it does, Sealed Tombs, you cannot special summon monsters, or your opponent cannot special summon monsters from the graveyard, or banish cards from the graveyard for a whole round of a turn, during your opponent's turn. So, the advantage to running a second Terror Incarnate, obviously you can summon it out of your deck and play around Sealed Tombs, because once they destroy your first Terror Incarnate, they know you're going to want to summon it from the grave, so you can play around that. So that's a very good way of going about the meta. if you wanted to play Yubel. So that may be a reason why you want to get these farm cards. You can farm level 50 the exact same way with this deck, because you don't have to worry about them blowing up anything at all with Terran Incarnate. I didn't. With Jaden, it's a little bit less consistent because obviously you're not getting the guaranteed draw. You could also attempt to play this with balance, but you gotta be careful because you may get stuck with a union attack in your opening hand, which you really don't want. You really don't want your backroom removal and your union attack secret passage in your opening hand. You really need wetlands as fast as possible. With that being said, this is the Duel Links video. Yeah. This is Sean Matrai, signing out.